Okay, hi friends, Stella here, and welcome to your August readings. This reading is for all of my water signs out there, so Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and be sure to stick around for your for the end, because I'm going to do a general reading for all the water signs, and then at the end I will pull a couple cards for each one of us. So if you're Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, this is the video for you. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. I love you guys. For those of you that are brand new, welcome to the Love Evolution. I am so happy to have you here. This is a place where you can come check in every single month for your Sun, Moon, Rising videos, and I also do a Moon Magic series based on the lunar cycles, so that's something you can check out. I do offer personal readings and healing, so if that's something you're interested in, please check that out. My website is linked down below, and if you like this video, please share, like, and subscribe. It really helps me out, and I'm so honored to be able to share my gifts and my talent and my free time with you guys to offer these free readings. So if you find value in them, like, share, subscribe is a really great way to show me that that you find value in it, and that you like what you see. You can also donate. I do have a PayPal link if you like these videos. That really helps me because I do put a lot of time into these free readings. So yeah, those are just a couple ways that you can help out. So all of my readings are done with the intention to provide you with the clarity, insight, and guidance that you most need in order to make the choices most aligned with your highest good. We do focus on like love, career, but this is really a heart-centered, intentional reading made for the empaths out there, the spiritually, sensitive people who have a connection with God, universe, spirit, whatever you want to call it, and you might need just a little pick-me-up every month to check back in with spirit, get that confirmation, and align with your highest good. Cool thing about your own highest good is because we are all one, we are all a unit, right? We're like cells in the body of the earth or the universe. So what is best for you and what is your highest good is also what's best for the collective, and also serves the collective highest good. So that is always my heartfelt intent, to help offer a little bright spot in your month, a little bit of clarity, a little bit of insight. And if you get an aha moment, clarity, inspiration from this reading, then I am doing my job, and that is what I'm here to do. So, all right, focusing on us water signs. I am a Pisces. When I'm tuning into the energy, I get the image of a river, not a river, like a current in the ocean. I'm almost getting the reference like, in the movie Finding Nemo, where, what do they call it? The mid-Atlantic current, where he's catches up with the turtles, and the turtles hop on the current and it takes them where they want to go. So that is the power of spirit, right? When we set an intention, when we set a direction or a goal or something that we want to fulfill, we can, kind of like a hamster, right, run on that hamster wheel, and there's only so far that we can get with our own power, right? So when we give it up to spirit, when we give it up to universe, and we allow the greater energies to come in, when we're open to receiving in however way God sees fit to give it to us, right? Because a lot of times we have an idea of what we want, and so we close ourselves off to other options. So my point is, what I'm getting here is that spirit, universe, God is building up all of this energy, this momentum, this power behind your intentions, where you want to go, and it's about to sweep you up and give you like a 10 times, power boost to get you where you need to go. Now, it is unexpected, right? It is unexpected, and it might even be like shocking or a little bit scary. When you jump in that current, it's like, whew, it's like, it's scary. but you have to trust that it's going to get you where you want to go, and it's going to get you there so fast you won't even believe it. So I'm just getting the words like exercise in faith with the image of that current in the ocean. So it's like you've set your goals, you know where you're going, you've been doing great, you've done a lot of work, but you're just about to almost like stumble into this current that's just going to sweep you up and take you to places that are far greater than you ever even expected for yourself. Okay, super, super beautiful. Okay, water signs. So exercise in faith, trusting the direction where universe wants to take you. Okay, so up above right away, I got the 7 of Swords, but it's in the reverse. 7 of Swords is about concealing. 7 of Swords is about feeling like you have to hide something. It's about trying to like get away with something without other people noticing. Again, just feeling like you can't trust life, or life isn't working out for you, so you have to do whatever you can to get your needs met, even if that means lying, stealing, cheating, right? But it's in the reverse. This is like kind of like a sly, clever card. So it's telling me that you're putting all your cards on the table. You are revealing yourself. You're being open and honest in a way that perhaps you haven't been in quite a while. Okay, so up above we have the 9 of Swords, which is about coming out of a time of darkness. It's like, how do I describe this? Well, the card does a really good job if you look at that image, right? This is like a jumble of swords. Swords are your thoughts, the air element, and you see the rainbow up above. So this is like taking something that was once very painful and making it of something of value. So it's like you're right almost at the point where your struggles and the things that you've been through are going to start. It's like there's this universal or cosmic shift that happens with struggles and with pain, right? When we let go and when we surrender and we go, you don't have to let go of your pain, but it's like, imagine going through something horrific, right? You don't understand why it's happening. You don't understand why you've been struggling. And finally you just give it up and you say, you know what, if I don't ever make, meaning out of this, if this doesn't ever make sense to me, I'm okay with it because it's in the past. I don't want to focus on it anymore. I'm going to focus on moving forward. It's like right at that moment is when universe comes in and goes, it does have meaning. It did bring you to where you are now. It did help you find skills, talents, understanding, perspective that you didn't have before. But when we're fighting, we're seeking that so hard, it can't come in. So it's like, I think you're turning something from your past that was once very difficult into something that is of benefit to you and something that is unique to you and a part of your character that you would not have had you not gone through this really difficult thing. Okay. Justice in your recent past. So a favorable outcome. 5 of Wands reversed. So with the Lovers here and then Mother of Cups. Clarity for this Justice and this. Okay. So I think the struggle that you went through was some sort of heartbreak. It had to do with Wheel of Fortune, had to do with having your some sort of 3-way dynamic between 3 people. You see the 3 swords here, and something that it's like you opened up your heart, you let somebody in, and they betrayed you somehow. You're finally gaining perspective on it. And perhaps that caused you to be very closed off for quite a while, hold your swords very close to your chest, or even be like ruthless, like that revenge mindset where you're like, well, they screwed me over and they betrayed me, so I'm going to do the same, right? I'm going to be ruthless. I'm not going to show my heart. I'm not going to be open. I'm not going to be kind. And all of a sudden, you've decided to open up. It went from upright to the reverse. So you're overcoming this energy. And I think it's very much on your mind, the fact that you've overcome this heartache, this betrayal that you went through. And whatever, I'm just looking at my cat right here. It's so funny. Whatever this betrayal was, had you feeling like it just wasn't fair. It just wasn't fair. The world, you couldn't make sense of it. You didn't understand why. And it just made you feel like you fell off of your path, if you will, or your destiny, or it put you in such a low state that you didn't feel like yourself. You see how this is the hand of God, and it's the wheel. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down, right? But you were fully reversed. So this is like losing faith in your destiny, in your place, almost like this is a lesson with guilt, right? A lot of times when people go through something that causes them guilt or shame, they will feel off their path, right? They will feel so detached from who they are because what they did goes against their own personal value system, right? So that's when you have to upgrade your value system and forgive yourself to account for, your past experience. So I don't think it's you, but I think somebody else betrayed you in such a way that just you had your heart broken. It shattered your view of the world and it shook your faith in the goodness of people. Okay. And that is definitely not an easy energy to go through, but it is something that we have to go through. You have come out on top with the Justice card in your recent past. You maybe it was hard for quite a while, but you've realized that by staying in your own lane and focusing on what you need to focus on, you came out on top anyways. Because presently we have this 5 of Wands. Wands are your beliefs, your value system. So what I was talking about before this heartbreak, you were this, you had one ideal. You were wearing the rose-colored glasses, right? And then all of a sudden something happened. Somebody betrayed you in a way that you never conceived of, you never thought possible. And it caused you to shake your faith, lose your faith in what you once believed. And so when that happens, it causes a sort of breakdown of our beliefs, of our understanding of the world. And so we have to kind of slowly build back up our belief systems to account for this thing that happened that we never thought could happen in the past, right? And that's what this 5 of Swords is. 5s are a number of struggle, and the Wands always to me are motivation, values, but it's also your belief systems. So because it's in the reverse, it's telling me again, you've overcome it. We're overcoming a lot of negative feelings, and maybe you are at that place, like I said, where it doesn't quite make sense. Yeah, you are, you guys. Okay. You've been through something really hard, this betrayal, this heartbreak that shook your view of the world. And it's almost like for a while, you just have to wander through the darkness, right? You are that fool energy where you have no choice but to move forward, but it doesn't make sense. You don't understand why this happened to you. You don't feel like it's fair. You don't feel like, you're the type of person that this should have happened to. It doesn't align with your belief systems, and yet here it is, it happened. And the other person may even be going on with their life, and you're left here in your own life going, what the hell? And all you can do at that point in time is walk forward, right? Put one foot in front of the other and keep going, even if it doesn't make sense. So oftentimes we search and we search and we search and we try to make sense of it. We try to find meaning in it, and understanding literally only comes with time. And there's no time limit. It could take years, it could take months, but you have to go through this process where you kind of throw up your hands and you go, okay, God, this happened. I don't understand why. It's not fair, but I choose to move forward. I choose to focus on the future. And especially when it has to do with love, that exact moment is when, we all know this, right? Anyone who's been in love, broken up, fallen out of love and then met somebody new, do you not always meet that new person when you're least expecting it, right? You've gone through this heartbreak, you decide to focus on yourself, and all of a sudden universe comes in and goes, let's let's bring in this thing that they've been wanting. And it's like testing you, right? Are you going to stick with your values that you've developed from this pain that you've gone through? Are you going to be able to utilize the wisdom and the value in the pain that you've gone through? Or are you going to fall into the same trap, the same behavior? Okay, so that's definitely what's going on, because crossing you is this Lover's card. Are you going to take the opportunity to meet this new person? Somebody's definitely coming into your life to test you. Are you going to jump right back into it? You may have chemistry. You do have chemistry with them. This is somebody, can I have a clarity on this Lover? Okay, I'm going to actually pull it from the Morgan Greer. You do have chemistry with this person, and it has the potential, actually, in fact, it is a soulmate. And I don't say that lightly, because by telling you it's a soulmate, I'm not saying to jump in by any means. I'm not saying to, abandon your sense of self or abandon your wisdom and understanding that was so hard won, right? You went through all this darkness in order to gain this rainbow, this wisdom, this confidence in self. And you're just going about your life. And that's what I'm talking about, the current in the ocean. In my vision, when I first tapped into the energy, you're just going along, and all of a sudden this current just sweeps in and picks you up and carries you, and you have no control of where you're going. It's beautiful, but it's thrilling, it's exciting, it's a little bit scary. It's you don't know where you're going, but it's good, right? It's super positive. Now, because of the excitement and all of the rush of emotions that you're having, all these new experiences you're going to have, are you going to let go of your sense of self and the lessons that you've incorporated over this past time of struggle, or are you going to hold on to them, right? So it is a soulmate, but by soulmate, I don't mean necessarily like your twin flame. I don't believe in twin flames. I believe that everybody, I believe we do have certain soulmates on earth, but I don't think that anybody is like one half of a person, right? Or a soul. I think we're all complete souls. And you meet people in your life that are you're meant to interact with, to have a relationship with, for you both to grow and for you both to level up. And I do believe it's pre-contracted, right? It's pre-arranged. And that's what this Lover is that's coming in. So it doesn't mean that you have to take on a lover relationship with them or jump into a relationship, or, it could just be a friend. It could just be an acquaintance. You could stay on that level and still have this really strong connection with this person, and yet still say, you know what, I'm not ready. I'm going to focus on the things I need to focus on and not get swept up in someone else's energy. Okay. But it is there. And I do want to say, it's testing you. The Hermit in reverse. So I just pulled a guidance for this Lover's card. And remember, this Five of Wands was very hard won. It was very difficult for you to go through everything you had to go through, for you to consolidate and make solid the new values and beliefs that you have about yourself and the world. And it's working for you. And so just because this new person comes in, don't do the very Piscean thing, the very Cancerian thing, the very water sign thing, to give yourself up, right? And give up bits of yourself, pieces of yourself. And that's echoed with this Hermit. You have just gone through so much to gain, the wisdom and the understanding, and to really level up in your awareness and self-consciousness. And it wasn't easy. And that light, that awareness, that self-consciousness is like gold. It's like you don't throw pearls before swine, right? You don't give this up. You don't just throw it at people. You don't just give it away freely. If somebody is there and they are and they ask and you want to impart that wisdom, or if they're close enough to you, they earn the right to be close enough in your life that they're able to get a little bit of this shine, right? Then so be it. But you don't go throwing it out there like trying to, like throwing out a fishing net, you know, and just trying to reel in and catch whatever you catch. So my point is, this person does come in and you may have the tendency to forget all of this wisdom that you've learned, right? Because you have habits, habits that you've learned in relationships. And even though you've decided that you want to do differently and you've rearranged your value system, you still have the habit in your body, right? In your physiology, in the chemicals that are being released when you feel those butterflies, when you're excited, when you're put in a new situation. So that's where the Hermit, coming back to your sense of self and that core meditation, you know, breathing, just remembering that you don't owe it to anybody to give a piece of yourself, right? You are centered and whole. You are the thing that everything else gravitates around, right? You don't gravitate around someone else. You are the main character in your life. Everyone else is an accessory. Even if someone is your lover, even if someone is your soulmate, even if you are two peas in a pod, you still have your own gravity and they have their gravity. And the beauty of a mature relationship is that you play off of each other, and it's consensual and it's mutual, and there's no, or at least you work on, you know, the manipulation, but it's pure and it's consensual and it is intentional, is I guess what I'm trying to say. So my only caution is, don't be so excited that you give up, you know, all of this knowledge and wisdom that you've gained in the last, you know, few months, maybe even years. Now is the time for you to consolidate this by playing it out in your life, like bringing the knowledge, the light that you've lit inside of yourself, right? And shining it out in the world. And the things that are going to come to you, the things that are going to gravitate to you because of this are better than you could even imagine. But again, you're going to be the tendency, you know, to let go of yourself because you've been swept up in this sort of tornado of this current, right? That's taking you to somewhere really beautiful. It's taking you where you want to go faster and in a more spectacular way than you could have ever imagined. But all I'm saying is, don't get so excited that you lose your groundedness, okay? In your near future, we have this Mother of Cups reverse. Can I have clarity on this Mother of Cups and the Star, please? Mother of Cups and the Star. Mother of Cups. Okay, Strength and the Star. Page of Rods. Okay, so for the Mother of Cups, I'm thinking you're going to need strength. You're going to encounter another Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, perhaps an older female. When I first saw this card, I'm thinking like mother-in-law. So maybe maybe you were married and you were divorced and now you meet someone new and your ex-mother-in-law is coming in somehow. Oh, 10 of Swords. Look at that. Okay, yeah. And then I got King of Swords too, actually. So maybe the person that you've met is an air sign, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's quite possible. If not, just somebody's giving you advice about how to handle yourself and how to sort of confront this Mother of Cups. Because I don't always get this with this card, but I'm getting very strongly for whoever's watching. This is about like an older female in your life, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. If it's not a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, it's somebody who is spilling their emotions, right? They're pouring their cup over on your head and they're dumping all their wine out. So they're like literally dumping their wine out. So they're complaining, they're whining, they're being very Karen-ish, right? And they're complaining. They have a lot to say about your life and where you're going and what you're doing. And here you are like, lady, it's over. You know, and she's showing up in the reverse too. This isn't always what this means for me, but now it is in this reading. So I'm also getting like Mother Goose. So maybe you do have children with your ex, and this is like his mother, your ex-mother-in-law, coming in and going, she just has all these things to say, right? And she just has a lot of judgment to pass, is what I'm getting. And it is showing up in the negative because it's in your future. It's coming. It's right around the corner. It's in your near future, and she's not showing up upright. This is somebody that can use emotional manipulation. This is somebody who, you know, like, I'm getting like martyrdom, or like, woe is me, or how can you, you know, focus on yourself, or how could you possibly put, you know, your happiness first when you have broken my son's heart, or when you know, that sort of thing. Like, trying to use emotions to manipulate you, to get you to act a certain way, trying to get you to second guess your behavior. And it might even go so far as like outright just emotional manipulation, you know, telling one person one thing, telling you another, talking crap behind your back. Yeah, just using emotions to manipulate. Because in the upright, this is basically the Queen of Cups. This is somebody who rules her kingdom, right, with her emotions in a very fair and tempered way. In the reverse, it's the exact opposite. It's like creating chaos deliberately, because she does have power. She does have influence. And she is deliberately trying to rain on your parade. Now, you're trying to tell her, lady, this is over. This is dead and gone. This is, you know, these swords are all the words that you have to tell her. And maybe you even felt stabbed in the back, you know, by this person or by the situation, because again, you did have your heart broken. You were betrayed by somebody. And this betrayal caused you to feel like your world came crashing down. You know, you didn't know what was up. You didn't know what was down. You didn't know if you were doing the right thing. You know, it just shattered everything you thought about yourself, and you thought about the world, and your sense of safety even. And finally, you've come out on top. You know, life has gone on in such a way that just by living, just by putting one foot in front of the other, you've actually come out on top, because you're not trying to manipulate. You're just trying to do the best thing for yourself. And you've had to rearrange your beliefs, and lo and behold, here you go, caught up in that current. And God says, okay, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, you've been doing really good. I'm going to give you a little boost. And they come up behind you, and they're just like, they just cause you to just take off. And you do meet this lover, whatever this lover energy is, okay? This soulmate, this fated connection. Doesn't mean you have to jump into a relationship, but this person has a lot to say about it. She might even be jealous. Okay, so it's going to require strength. It's going to require strength of character. It's going to require, look at this lady putting her hand in the lion's mouth, right? So underneath this card is a energy of faith, right? Faith and trust also. So trust in yourself, trust in your direction, trust in God, really, because God created the beast and God created man. And if she's has enough trust and faith in this animal to place her hand in his mouth, right? She surely has a solid connection to universe and the earth and her feminine power, right? So tap into that feminine power, because it is greater than you, and it is that element of trust. You're the one that's been betrayed. So just because somebody has things to say to you, it is going to require strength, but you've got this. You already know how to handle it. And basically, you're going to explain to her, because swords are our communication, so the air element. You're going to have to explain to her why you were stabbed in the back, why this is dead and over, why this relationship, like this is basically what this person is over. Okay, regardless of what she has to say about it. And then you're going to get some help as well. This may be this lover person, but again, you don't lose yourself. You continue to focus on yourself, and this person is going to add to your energy. They're going to add to your wealth and your expansion, instead of you having to sacrifice to like be with them, right? No, you're here, you're moving forward. They are going to walk alongside you. There's no manipulation. There's no, there's nothing messy about this. It's just literally two soulmates coming together and making each other greater because of their presence. And someone's going to help you. So it could be this person, this lover person, this soulmate that comes in and gives you advice when dealing with this Mother of Cups. Could be just your own self standing up for yourself and saying, nope, I'm going to tell the truth. I'm going to tell it like it is, and I'm not going to be afraid. But you do have help, and you do have guidance here, and you do have backup when it comes to this manipulative person in your future. Okay, so then below, which is what's on your subconscious mind, we have the Star in the reverse. And when I pulled clarity on that, I got the Page of Rods. So Star in reverse is just feeling like, you know, consciously you're focusing on everything you've overcome, this wisdom that's been very hard won. But subconsciously you are feeling like you're not... you're not on your path, like I said, or like your dreams and goals are maybe just out of reach. That's echoed with your external environment. We have the Six of Coins in reverse. Six of Coins is all about having enough, having plenty, charity, having so much that you're able to give, or receiving charity from other people. You see how it's a vine, it's like in bloom, it's fruiting, and the coins are just right there, ready to pick, ready to take, right? All you have to do is reach out and grab them. It's in the reverse. So this is your external environment. Your internal environment, we have the Magician, which is, having everything that you need to make your dreams come true, knowing that you have the power to manifest what you want to manifest, knowing where you want to go, knowing what it is you want to do, and knowing without a doubt that you have the power to make it happen. There's no self-doubt here. You have all the tools at your disposal. Internally, you know this, okay? Externally, okay, it talks about the opposite of like receiving charity, right? The opposite of receiving abundantly. This is not like the Five of Pentacles where it's a card of poverty, not having enough, right? It is there. This money tree, right, if you will, this vine that has these coins ready for the picking is present. It's just in the reverse. So in your external environment, internally, you know that you have everything you need to manifest. You know you can make it happen. Externally, the money is there. It's right there. You just can't access it for some reason. You're not even aware of this, but subconsciously, you feel like your dreams are just out of reach. And then we have the Page of Rods, which is all about your vision for your future. Like, where are you going? What are you doing in the future? What's coming in on the horizon? And again, the rods are motivation. So it's like you need, a message comes in that helps to motivate you to continue to pursue your dreams, because you know you have everything that you need. Maybe you're just like, even like this woman, this person that's taking up your time. Oh my gosh. And then in the Six of Wands is taking up your energy, okay? And then I just pulled the Six of Wands. So I said, you need some inspiration. You feel like you have a dream, you know what it is, but subconsciously it's in the reverse. You don't feel like you can access it. And then I literally just pulled the Six of Coins upright. So, and I think you feel like you've been putting in the work, but you're just not able, it's not here yet. It hasn't manifested yet. So what element is missing that you're not able to reach out and grab it? I think that's where that current, that vision that I just had about the current coming and picking you up, that element of faith, knowing, you know, I'm willing to walk, I'm willing to continue forward as long as I need to continue forward, because I can't change the past. I know what I want in the future, but I also can't force it to happen. So I give up. So just like when the analogy that I was using about how when you go through something difficult and you can't find meaning, you can't find understanding, it just doesn't seem fair, you don't know why it happened, you finally give up, you release it, you go, okay, universe, I don't know what it means, I don't know why the hell this happened to me, but I'm going to focus on moving forward. I choose to let it go, I choose to forgive, I choose to move on. It's not until that moment that you're able to gain the understanding and the wisdom from it, right? Same thing with the lover. You are struggling with a breakup. You finally let go of it. You finally release it. And once you do, you've now made room in your consciousness and in your energy for this lover to come in. It's the same damn thing with the money, you guys, with your dream. It's right there. You've been building it. You know you have the power to make it happen. You know that you deserve this. You know that you want to be able to give abundantly and give back, and you know you deserve to receive. Page of Rods is also a messenger, so I think this is on your subconscious. I think you know subconsciously something is coming. Something's on its way to give you this charity, this money. Maybe somebody gives you a loan or someone gives you a promotion. It's not even a promotion because it's almost like there's no strings attached. Like somebody just literally gives you a gift of money or of a, chunk of change, a donation, to support your business. Something like that. Oh my freaking God, you guys. You can't make it up. I literally was just shuffling and this literally just fell out. Father of Pentacles. Father is the king. He gets to make the decisions. Pentacles are freaking money. Somebody is coming in. You're about to get this huge windfall of unexpected money, and subconsciously you know it, but I think you're just like maybe this Mother of Cups, maybe a little bit of lingering, all this shit you've been going through is on your mind. It's still a little bit in your energy, causing you to feel like your dreams are out of reach. But I swear to you, you guys, as soon as you let it go, as soon as you are okay with not getting what you want, it's going to come in. You're going to have this huge windfall of abundance, and you're going to get picked up on that current, whisked away, right? And taken to places that you can't even imagine at this moment. And it's so freaking beautiful. Okay, I think we're going to start with Pisces, and then when I get to the end, I'm going to pull an overall guidance. So, okay, Pisces, what do we need to know for the month of August? What does Pisces need to know for their best and highest good in the month of August? First of all, we have the Six of Cups. So this is a unexpected gift of love, an unexpected emotional offering. Somebody offers you a kind word, a compliment, a gesture of love and support, and you receive it. And it's given without strings attached. It's a free gift of appreciation that fills up your cup emotionally. That's what's up above, kind of like the main energy. Internally, you've gone through some heartbreak. You've gone through some struggle. I think particularly for you, Pisces, it affected you materially. It affected you financially. This is a card of not having enough, feeling left out in the cold, not having the money that you need to take care of yourself. This person is outside of a church and they're being taken in and they're being given charity by the church, but because they're not able to give it to themselves. Like falling on hard times, having to ask for help. You need someone else to help you in this situation. I think that's where you've been recently. And the whole thing has caused you to sort of lose faith in your own intuition, which, by the way, I will just say, Pisces, is the worst thing that we can do, is lose contact with our intuition. A Pisces that is being gaslit, or a Pisces that does not believe in their own perception and in their own what their own gut and mind and heart is telling them, is a Pisces that is just so lost. It's the saddest thing ever, because the High Priestess, this intuition is our superpower. You just know things. You just know. And you don't know how you know. There's no logical explanation to it, but you know. You know it in your body. You know it in your mind. Some people are clairaudient. They literally hear it. Some people, are clairsentient, where they just know. Some people have visions. It comes in all different ways, but you just know. And when you cut yourself off from that, when you allow people to, or circumstances to make you feel unsure about yourself, you become very vulnerable. And I think that's causing you to feel like you have to ask for help, but you may not even be strong enough to ask for help. So it's telling me that you don't feel like you're able to get to a better place right now. But just remember, somebody is coming in with this compliment or this boost, something that's going to fill up your cup. And I think that you need to really take that to heart. Give yourself some credit and give yourself some understanding right now, because it is really hard what you've been through, but you're the one living your life. No one else gets to tell you how to perceive yourself or perceive what's happening. So even if, you know, bad, hard things have happened, you need to tap back into that high priestess energy. And I just tried to pull a guidance on this because this is very, it's really negative as your internal view of yourself. And I got the 3 of Wands. So remember, wands are motivation, fire, your beliefs. Your 3s are a card of first fruit. So it's like you are thatching together a new belief system that's going to create the framework, the literal framework, to create this new portal, a new way of seeing yourself, full of new opportunity. That's why all the colors are coming out of it. Out of this heartache, okay? You need to take what you've been through and readjust your beliefs, readjust your value systems, and believe more in yourself so that you can sort of thatch together a new framework for yourself and step through that frame into this future that you're struggling to get to, okay? And maybe one of your beliefs is like, I can't ask for help, or I'm unworthy. Maybe that's down there somewhere, right? So it's like rewriting that, okay? I'm worthy. I can ask for help, and people enjoy helping me. I deserve help, stability, abundance. Let's say that you struggle with those. If you can just thatch those 3 together, it's going to create the framework that you're going to be able to step through into your better future. But if you don't believe that you're worthy, or that you can ask for help, or if you think it's a burden for you to ask for help, just remember, a lot of people, being the person who gives, who helps, feels better than the one receiving a lot of times, because people want to be able to give back. I don't know why that specifically is coming up. I think I'm speaking to somebody, although feeling like a burden, self-doubt, worthiness issues are very Piscean things, you know, that's like the downside to Pisces. So just remember that nobody knows better than you. You just let yourself ask for help. You may be surprised where it will take you and who will step forward to help, okay? And then that will help you realize that you deserve it. Externally, I think you're focused on where you're going, your job, on your mission. And it's almost like you're pouring all your emotions into that, because internally you're feeling actually really, really unsure of yourself. And then we have the 10 of Wands, which is a burden. So it's like having so many conflicting ideals, not knowing what direction to go in. And the result is that you're carrying this big load. This is in your external environment. So it's almost like so many directions, so many beliefs that you have that are conflicting, that you're weighed down because you can't do anything because you're carrying all of them. So this is like expectations of other people. Other people said I should do this. Someone else wants me to do this. I have to do this for my job, right? It's just too much. And then the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This could be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn female in your life. So perhaps somebody who impacts your money somehow. I just literally asked for clarity, and I got the Son of Cups and the 10 of Wands in reverse. And literally it's the Knight of Cups and the 10 of Wands. So literally the same exact cards came out. And I just asked for clarity about this Queen of Pentacles. So, okay. At work, somebody who is in charge of your finances or has a say about your finances. It could be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn in your life. And you are not able to receive. They're showing up in the reverse. So perhaps it's like your emotions and your conflicting beliefs are getting in the way of what you need to do at work, and it's causing you to not perform well, which is causing this Queen of Pentacles to show up in the reverse. Queen, she's also a queen, even if we're not talking about her as a literal person, which I think she is, then we're talking about receiving money, receiving materially. You're not able to receive materially, or this Queen of Pentacles isn't able to give you this coin that she wants to give you, because your performance is being affected negatively by your emotions. You're acting, you're serving your emotions rather than your vision, right? You're thinking very emotionally. Knights take orders, right? And they're soldiers. So it's like you're performing, but you're performing for your emotions. And then this 10 of Wands is just confusion, not knowing why you're doing what you're doing. And the reason is because you're not thinking logically about it. You're acting from your emotions, Pisces. So something about this is causing you to not be able to accept abundance, although the abundance is there. Maybe you're being evaluated. Maybe the pentacles, or the thing in the beginning, first part of the reading, the general, where you're not able to receive the money, you're not able to receive the abundance. Maybe it's because like the abundance is there, you're being evaluated with that Justice card, but they're not able to give it to you yet because you're confused. You're acting from your emotions, not logically. And then in your environment, we have the Page of Cups, Ace of Rods, and the Six of Wands in reverse. Page of Cups is being able to talk about your emotions. Ace of Rods is a new direction, a new motivation, a new belief. And then the Six of Rods is criticism, not receiving accolades that you otherwise could. What does Pisces need to do to turn this around to gain strength? So in order to turn this around, it's almost like you don't know who to serve. You don't know what direction to go in because you've got so many different people pulling your strings. Again, because you don't believe in yourself. You're not strong in your beliefs. You're not strong in your intuition at this moment. And so you're like, well, what if I went that way or this way or this way or this way? And it's causing you to not be able to do anything well because you're trying to go in too many directions. And it's almost like these people know that you have talents. They want to help you. They want to be able to give you this pentacle, but because you're not showing up in a productive way, they're not able to do so. So how do you remedy that? You focus on your inner strength. You stop worrying about what other people think of you, and you just focus on what you know. You focus on these three core beliefs. Focus on what you want to create for yourself, and don't worry about anybody else. And when you get that compliment, when you get that whatever it is that fills up your cup, you hold on to it, Pisces, because it's going to really help you for the rest of the month. Okay. And then can I have one more? What does Pisces need to do so they don't miss out on these accolades? Six of, oh my God, you guys, I literally can't make this up, this reading. I literally just asked, what does Pisces need to turn? This is, Six of Wands is, accolades. It's, being praised. It's getting a praise from everybody else. You see the wreath here. It's like it's a soldier returning home, and he's getting praised for everything that he's done. He's being celebrated. And I literally just asked for, what does Pisces need to do to not miss out on these accolades? Because in your environment, we have the Page of Cups, which is explaining your emotions, talking about how you feel. Pages are messengers, cups are emotions. So talking about how you feel is going to lead you to a new understanding, a new motivation, a new strike of lightning that comes in like as if it's given by the hand of God. And God says, oh, thank God, you were strong enough to talk about it and to share your heart and have this moment of catharsis. Here, let me give you this strike of inspiration so that you can let go of your burdens and pick up this new direction. Have motivation to go towards this new thing that you want to go towards. And I got literally the Six of Wands, but upright. Six of Wands, Six of Wands. So that's twice now I've pulled the same cards from two different decks. So this message is very important for you, Pisces, and it's pretty clear. So this is confusion. You see, it's a literal thicket of thorns, and there's no way through it, right? You're going to get all cut up if you try to walk through there. You're going to get stopped. There's no forward motion. Then we have a butterfly. Butterflies are complete and utter transformation. They start out as one thing, they go through complete metamorphosis, and they come out the other side. And the Ace of Rods, remember, is a new beginning, a new belief, a new motivation that motivates you to move forward. And it's as if it's given by the hand of God. So letting go of this burden, this 10 of Wands, letting go of this 10 of Wands, this 10 of Wands. Okay? How do you do that? By expressing your emotions. Talk it out. Talk it out. Talk to somebody about it. Get it out and let go of all of this burden, all of this confusion, this jumble of beliefs that you have. Do you see how it's confusion with this card? I mean, it's a really good depiction of it if you ask me, where it's just this jumble of ideas, values, this way, that way, you know, and it's darkness. And here you see how holding it on to it all is a burden. You can't move forward. You can't do anything because all your energy goes towards just trying to contain, you know, this jumble of beliefs. So you have to let it go. Remember what I was saying about getting caught up in the current, Pisces, in the general reading? Literally, the minute that you let go of all of this burden, of all of these emotions, you have this moment of catharsis, this moment of transformation comes in, and you're able to get the accolades. And other people are watching from the sidelines. They're watching and they are wanting to support you. They're wanting to give you help. They're wanting to support you and donate and help and lend a helping hand. But again, remember, if you are doubting yourself and you don't ask for help or you don't allow yourself to receive help because you don't feel worthy, there's nothing they can do. So all they're sitting in the sidelines going, like, they see what's happening with you and they see the confusion and they're hoping that you make the decision that's going to be best for you, right? And then they can step in and go, wow, Pisces, I've watched everything you've been through and I'm really proud of you. And you've done an amazing job. Because you let go of your burdens and you put your faith in God. You put your faith in this new direction because you realize what I was doing before wasn't working for me. So I let it go. I give it up. And then all of a sudden God comes in with this new motivation, this new fire that's going to take you where you want to go. And not only is it going to take you where you want to go, but there's going to be other people waiting for you, clapping for you, giving you accolades, giving you help on the other side. Okay? You just have to believe it. So I'm going to actually pull your oracle animal, Pisces, and then we'll get into the Scorpio. Inside the tiny hummingbird resides an endless well of energy and positivity. The hummingbird's secret is that it has learned where to gather nectar, and it returns to these sources daily for nourishment and rejuvenation. This sacred elixir springs from many sources, but usually involves nature, creativity, and exploring spirituality. Follow the way of the hummingbird, and you cannot go wrong. Every droplet of life becomes sweet. Every moment worth savoring. So savor the positive moments, Pisces. The positive things that are happening in your life, rather than focusing on the burden, rather than focusing on doubt. If you can focus on the positive things and let go of your struggle, that's that letting go, right? That's that going, I'm going to focus on the future. I can't change the past. I can't make it make sense. I'm going to just focus on what's good and what's right in front of me. And I promise you, the moment that you do that, God comes in and sweeps you up in that current and takes you to where you want to go, where it's abundant, it's beautiful, everybody's cheering for you. Everybody's been waiting for you, okay? So return to what makes you happy. Return to what gives you life every day, again and again and again, okay? Okay, Scorpio. Ooh, that one wanted to come out. Ooh, Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful. Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to know for August? My Scorpio friends. I have a lot of water, so I'm actually a Scorpio moon, which is super fun. People get scared of me when I get angry. So I try not to get angry anymore. Or at least not take it out on people. That's why I have a punching bag, right? Yeah, Scorpio. Okay, in your recent past, Scorpio, we have harsh words with this Queen of Swords. This could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Somebody comes in with something. This always reminds me of the Queen of Hearts in Alice in Wonderland, like off with her head, right? You see the thorns on her crown. She is the Queen of Roses. She's very beautiful. She's very truthful. She is very smart, very sharp. In the upright, in the reverse, takes all those qualities and makes it like ruthless, right? She is cunning. She can be deceiving. She is ruthless. She's not afraid to chop your head off, right? She doesn't take lies. She doesn't take bullshit, although she may lie herself. She may manipulate herself. And then we've got the Five of Swords in reverse. So this is like a fight that's not worth the battle. I think this is you like backing out. This is you deciding that something is not worth the fight. And it definitely has to do with words. So this could be a verbal fight. Maybe somebody, maybe a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius lied to you. Somebody is trying to manipulate you. Somebody's trying to use your words against you. And you know that you sting so, you know, your poison, your venom is so potent, Scorpio, that you decide for their benefit to walk away. You could engage verbally with this person, and you could outwit them mentally because you have knowledge maybe that they don't even have. You have 3 swords, she has 1. Although she has power in the situation, you have more knowledge, you have more understanding. And yet you decide to bow out. You decide to remove yourself from the situation, and that causes you to feel like you've done the right thing. 9 of Wands. To know that you've done the right thing, but it's almost like begrudgingly, like you're like, damn, I wish it didn't have to go that way. I wish I could have shown that person. I wish I could have spoken my piece. It's kind of a little bit of a blow to your ego. It hurts a little bit that you weren't able to engage in this, but you did it for the greater good. It was hard on your ego to do this. It was not an easy decision to choose to walk away, but you simply, I mean, although this person had the power, you know that it's going to be disastrous if you engage. If you come back with your words, you're going to annihilate this Queen of Swords, and she holds power in some way. It's like I'm getting a scenario in a court, right? Maybe like she tries to manipulate you. You know you're in the right, and yet you choose to not engage because, number one, it's the right thing to do, and number two, this person holds some power over you and she can't be trusted, right? Not even power over you, but just like power in this scenario somehow. And so you choose to bow out, even though it's a little bit difficult on your ego. You know, it's the right thing to do. Presently, we have you working. Again, it's almost like begrudgingly, like you're working really hard, but you, perhaps you're feeling like you're not, you're working really hard, but you're feeling like you're not seeing the results. You're feeling like you're doing a lot of work for minimal payout, or you've put a lot of work in and you're not seeing the results yet. And you're like, when is it coming? Where is this, outcome? And then we have you refusing to be silent in some situation, refusing to be bound. This Eight of Swords is all about like other people wanting you to just shut up and close your eyes, close your mouth, don't say anything about what's happening. And I think you're refusing to do that. And because you refuse to do that, you come out on top in this case of justice. So perhaps it has to do with somebody. Maybe this Queen of Swords is somebody at work. Maybe this Queen of Swords is the Queen of Cups in the general reading. Somebody who is using emotions or words to try to manipulate you. And it's almost like, because these are all in reverse. You know, it's just like you refuse to engage in this argument, and you know it's the right thing to do, but it hurts your ego a little bit, and it might even hurt your reputation a little bit. And because of that, you feel like you've been putting in all this work, you've been putting in all this effort, and yet you're not receiving it. And somehow you like get to a point where you refuse to be bound anymore. You refuse to be silent. You refuse to not speak your truth. And because of that, we have the Justice card, which is about a fair and just outcome. You know, an impartial third party, you know, basically judges what's happened and judges it in your favor. This could even be at work. Like maybe somebody's limiting your income, or somebody is somehow like taking revenge on you. That's affecting your finances, because overall we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is about money coming in. It's about a brand new beginning with money. Could be a new job, new opportunity. And I think like you had this argument, this engagement with this Queen of Swords who tried to engage you, tried to lie, tried to manipulate you, right? And you were like, listen, bitch, if I engage with you, I'm going to annihilate you. So I'm not going to do it. I'm going to go back to work. I'm going to mind my own business. But all the while you're like, in the back of your head, it's hard, right? It's not easy to put your head down and be quiet. But mind you, you were doing that for your own reasons. You chose to not engage. You chose to be quiet. And then it started affecting your finances. It started affecting you at work. It started affecting your ability to receive or see outcome, see reward from the work that you put in. And that's when you're like, there's people actively trying to silence you. You see the swords, you see the blindfold on this person, you see the binding around their rope around their body. Someone or some group is literally actively trying to keep you here. These swords are like coercion, right? And then they're physically binding you, you know, giving you some material consequence. And they're also hiding things from you with the blindfold. So the intention of all of that is to keep you silent, right? But it's in the reverse. So it's telling me that you're refusing to yield to their demands. You're refusing to yield to their manipulation tactics. Universally, cosmically, you are in the right, but there's negative outcomes to it. Your balance when it comes to money and your potential to sort of grow where you are is put in the reverse because of this conflict. And then we have the Emperor, who's like the ultimate king, right? This is like the big boss. This is the owner. He's in the reverse. So somehow, you know, it's negatively impacting you. His judgment of you is negative, even though you're in the right. Maybe he's getting like this twisted view of you. I'm really getting like office, you know, messed up office politics where somebody's like trying to set you up to look like you're in the wrong, you know, and this Emperor is like, has this negative view of you, or somehow is put in the negative, or somehow your power is taken away where you're not able to make the decisions that you were able to make before. Because you chose to speak up, you chose to not stay silent when it wasn't the right thing to do. And all of that leads to a moment where you are given the opportunity to look up into the sky and decide what direction you want to go in. Are you going to choose the cup that has the dragon, or the cup that has the poison, or the mask? Are you going to choose the mask, or are you going to choose the riches and abundance, right? So it's like, this is like unlimited choice. You're looking up and you can choose whichever you want, but cups are emotion. So how are you going to choose to feel about this scenario, right? The fact that you chose to walk away from this battle that wasn't worth it. You refuse to be coerced or manipulated, are you going to allow yourself or choose to feel bitter? Or are you going to choose to remain in your strength, right? And it's the same with this Emperor, because internally you're frustrated, and you could allow this to make you feel so frustrated that you lose your power and your influence with other people. But the truth is, you do still have financial abundance in front of you. You do still have financial opportunity. But the balance is upset, right? Something is changing about your work environment. This is very much a work and money reading. And then your outcome, we have very positive outcomes. So this begrudgingly doing what you know you need to do. And in this case, the sun here it strengthens your belief in yourself and your belief in your character and your values, because you're like, yeah, I didn't believe in all of this bullshit. I choose to look at it positively. And even though it's been difficult and I feel like I lost some of my power and my influence, right? I choose to ultimately look at this positively. I choose to do what I need to do, even though I may not like it. And because of that, I know I have strength in character. I don't allow anybody to manipulate me and cause me to shut up or make a decision I don't want to do. And because of that, you are judged fairly in the eyes of the world and in others. You are, you come out on top. And because of that, then we have this Empress card, which is abundance, which is fertility, birthing of something new. Can I have a clarity for this Queen of Swords and then an overall challenge guidance, please? Ooh, Three of Swords guidance. Haha, beautiful. Okay, so literally the same cards came up. This just happened in the Pisces reading where I just drew the same cards over and over. This Queen of Cups Queen of Swords, sorry, has something to do with your past. It has something to do with your roots, your childhood, reflection on your life and the emotions and what makes you who you are. And it's almost like somebody's trying to come in from your past and go, manipulate you, use some memory or some connection that they have to you. Could be a air sign, like I said, and they're trying to manipulate the truth and just basically flat out lie. And it causes this scenario, this fight that you're not willing to engage in. And although it may make you feel bad or may make you look, like the one who's weak because you walked away, in reality, it just proves your strength of character, and it proves that you choose not to engage in pettiness, right? And then somebody comes back and retaliates, and it's like they're literally actually trying to make you shut up, and you refuse to be quiet. You have to speak up about it. You have to call it out, and you do come out on top. So, and then your overall challenge is the Three of Swords. So this is betrayal. In this particular deck, it's normally a heart that's being pierced, but in this deck, it's just the Three Swords. So this is like the lying, betrayal, and manipulation that you're dealing with here with this, mainly this Queen of Swords. Somebody trying to flip the situation, somebody trying to lie, somebody trying to get you to act in a certain way to perhaps make yourself look bad or lose your power or shake you up. And for you, Scorpio, the challenge is just to not engage. The challenge is to stay in your lane, and the challenge is to know that you do come out on top no matter what. So I'm getting there's a big tendency to worry about what other people think or about your reputation, or feeling like you don't have as much clout, as much sway, as much influence as you had before. But it's only temporary. It's only because these people are being deceived by this Queen of Swords, by this scenario. So, and then ultimately we do have this Pentacle, this new job, this new opportunity that's right in front of you. So so for you, the challenge is to not let this betrayal, this manipulation, this attempt to get you to come down to someone else's level, right? And focus on them. Because when you resist, you come out on top with this Empress card. So we have it twice, the Empress twice. And this is your final outcome, which is fertility, birthing something new, starting a brand new chapter in your life. And this is not like mundane. She is a major arcana, so it's birthing a whole new chapter, a whole new beginning. It could be different for everybody, but the factors of like manipulation, trying to lie, all of that is present. But if you just don't allow it to take you off track, and like I said in the general reading and in my vision, if you focus on yourself, this pentacle, this goal that you've had all the way along, this thing that you want for yourself, and you just keep moving, you'll see that they're like trying to distract you from the abundance around you from that. It's like they can smell your abundance. They can smell the positivity coming in, and they want to take you off track. They want to distract you from it. So just don't allow it, and just know the minute you let that go, because it's hard for Scorpios. We do have a sense of pride about us. We're fixed, water. We do have this tendency to really care. We try not to let it show, but we do really care when we think somebody doesn't think well of us, or has a misconstrued, opinion of us, or especially if they're lying or spreading rumors. It's like we want to put energy towards putting that straight. So one of the biggest lessons is to realize that they will set themselves straight. They will tell on themselves by their actions. With this justice, you will come out and you will prevail if you just focus on yourself, because you got to remember, they brought this bullshit to you. It was never founded in reality. So why would you spend your time worrying about or defending yourself for something that isn't even reality based, right? So that's your lesson for August, to not get drawn into the sort of BS that other people are trying to bring to you. And in doing so, you are able to receive all the abundance that you've been working for, okay? And start this beautiful new chapter. Okay, and then your animal totem, we pulled the wolf. The wolf's mission is to uphold the well-being and longevity of the pack. Healthy wolf energy expresses itself through activism, mentorship, humanitarian efforts, or teaching, religious or political studies. The wolf gets into trouble when it assumes that every member of the tribe must follow suit. This includes children walking in their parents' footsteps. Although it will surely be uncomfortable at first, practicing tolerance helps balance out agitated wolf energy. Contemplate the following: embrace all, exclude none. Okay, so worrying too much about what everyone else is doing, worrying about what other people think of you or how they perceive you, what someone else thinks of you, Scorpio, is none of your business. And even when it comes to your family or your sort of tribe, all you can do is toe the line and set the example. And by doing so, you give it up to God, right? And you allow yourself to get caught up in that current in the ocean that's going to take you to where you want to go, instead of getting caught up in all the drama that's happening. There's a bigger and better destination for you. And in August, your challenge or your lesson is to not allow any manipulation, any lies to take you off your path. Okay. Learning to put yourself and your family and your direction before your need to sort of like defend yourself from bullshit that's not even true, right? Because that's where that justice card comes in and says, nope, you come out on top. You're not the one that was ever lying. You're not the one that was ever manipulating. So you have nothing to defend, yourself for. Okay. Okay. Cancer. So we got the 6 of Cups, 6 of Swords, Hanged Man, Empress, and then the Mother of Cups as the challenge. So overall up above, first of all, we have the 4 of Swords. 4 of Swords is about a moment of rest, a moment of reflection. It's about innocence, really, like reflecting on your path, taking a moment to reflect on where you've been. But do you see the halo coming out of the lamb? And then obviously lambs represent innocence. And then there's also the fact that the sword is like over top of him and he doesn't even realize. So this is like almost what I was saying for the Scorpio reading, like focusing on your own path, focusing on your own lane, regardless of like what others, you know, may have to say or may think about you, and knowing that you're on your right path, aligned with God, and what you're doing is right, if it is, right? And reflecting on that. So it's a moment of rest. In your recent past, we have the Six of Cups, which is thinking very nostalgically about your past, about your roots, the emotions, the memories, the people that made you who you are, and where you're going. And then in your present, we have the Six of Coins, which is about like money, being able to reach out and grab the coins right in front of you. This, I always say, ooh, Nine of Coins, I can already see. So I always say this is like a vine, right? These coins are growing up, and you can just reach out and take this money, right? This coin off of this tree. There's no strings attached. It's freely given. All you have to do is reach out and grab it. This is in your present. Super beautiful. So thinking about your past, abundance, charity, giving or receiving in your present, and then the Hanged Man in your near future. Hanged Man is about going through trials and tribulations, but being unbothered. You're presently the Empress, which is about new beginnings. It's about fertility. It's about birthing a new beginning. And then we have the Mother of Cups crossing you. So who is this other Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces in your life who has things to say about you, maybe uses emotional tactics? If not that, then it's yourself and your ability to express your emotions. Internally, we have the High Priestess, and much like Pisces, it is in reverse when it comes to your sense of self. So the High Priestess is your intuition, your ability to listen to your knowing, right? You are a water sign. You do know deeply, intuitively. You have a connection to source, and there's things that you just know on an emotional level, or things that you can see that other people can't. It is, you know, our superpower as water signs. And with it being in the reverse as your internal influence, I'm wondering why. Pull a guidance for this High Priestess, please. I'm wondering why you're not listening to your intuition. And I have walking away. So perhaps you've been walking away from something. There's something that you had to let go of. And maybe that's why you're reflecting on your childhood or past relationship, past experiences that have made you who you are. The things that nourish your roots. These roots are all of the experiences that you've had, you know, emotional experiences that you've had that have made you who you are. So you're reflecting on that, or something from your past has come up that you've had to walk away from. These are both cups, you see. So these are like, this is an emotional connection to your past that you've had to walk away from. It's going to be different for everybody, but it's causing you to doubt yourself and your intuition, to lose a little bit of connection to God and to your, you know, higher self. And really just making you a little bit unsure of what to do. Like you're not trusting yourself as much as you normally would. In your external environment, we have the Five of Pentacles, but it's in reverse. So this is telling me that you are overcoming a time of struggle. You're overcoming a time where you didn't have a lot financially or materially. You needed help. You needed help from the outside, and perhaps you were reluctant to ask for it. It's in the reverse. So it's telling me that you're overcoming a time after walking away from something that was very difficult for you. But presently, your outcome is the Nine of Pentacles, which is all about luxury, abundance. It's all about opulence. How did we get, can I have one card? How did we get from this Five of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles? You shook it up, Cancer. You shook up your stability. So you had this structure of, you know, stability, or this income, or this way that you, the star, look at that. Or this way that you made money that was very stable. Like you had money, right? But this Four of Coins to me is always about stability that is almost stifling. Like, it's almost like you're busy, you do, your day is filled, your time is always filled, you have all these tasks to do, you have money coming in, but it's balanced just so. Like, if you spend one of these coins, it's going to upset this balance, right? And what's the point of having coins if you can't spend them, right? What's the point of having abundance if it has to always be perfectly balanced, if there's no room for, spontaneity or more or less, right? So this is like a very rigidly structured, rigidly balanced income, money, job, income stream, basically, or work that you do. And it's in the reverse. So in the past, whatever it is that you had to walk away from was very rigid. You had money, and the walking away did make you feel a little bit insecure, right? A little bit unsure of yourself. And of course, you went through a time where you didn't have a lot financially, but ultimately the abundance that you had in the past was so rigid, it was so stifling, that there was no room for opulence, right? There was no room for growth, even, because it was balanced so tightly. So by walking away from it, although it's caused some instability in your recent past, and it's caused you to reflect on who you are and how you got there, currently you have all these beautiful pentacles at your disposal. You have all these resources at your disposal. Not only that, but we have this 9 of Pentacles as your outcome. So this is what's coming, Cancer. This is what's coming for you. Opulence, abundance, the luxury, the ability to spend simply for pleasure, right? The ability to wear beautiful jewelry, to purchase frivolous, pets and clothing, and eat very well, all of that. Having way more than enough. And the way that you're getting there, you have to go through some difficult circumstances with this Hanged Man. Your environment is not always comfortable, but the thing about the Hanged Man is he's unbothered. He's literally hanging upside down, but if you look at his face, he's smiling. He knows that what he's going through is but one trial in the larger picture of his life, right? In the larger vision of where he's going. And that's where I just pulled guidance, and I got the Star card. So you have a vision for yourself, you have a destiny, and you are aligned with it. It's beautiful. Presently, you're the Empress, which is fertility. You could actually be pregnant. You could be starting a new venture, or it could just be this new chapter of your life. But it's like life-changing, pivotal. This is a major arcana. It's a major archetypal energy. You're stepping into a major new, era of your life, whether that's pregnancy, a new job, a new home, a new relationship, whatever it is, but you're birthing something new with this Empress card. And your only challenge is this Mother of Cups, which is about expressing your emotions. Sometimes, Cancer, although you are very emotional, it can be difficult for you to share that with people because you have such a hard shell, right? You want to protect yourself and your emotions, but I think it's safe to open up a little bit. I think what this is telling me is that it's safe for you to open up, and it's safe for you to share, because you're coming out of a place of, darkness, a place where you had to walk away, and into a place of abundance. Oh my gosh. And then I literally just got the Ace of Cups. I just wanted to pull one final guidance card for you, and the Ace of Cups popped out. This is ultimate happiness. You see the dove of peace. You see the hand of God. This is God rewarding you for your adherence to your vision, right? Your star. You had to go, it's like you let go of something, but what you've let go of is so minor in compared to the abundance that you have now and where you're going, and the fact that this opulence and wonderful happiness is coming in for you, Cancer. August is going to kick ass for you guys. You let something go, in your past. And the only energy that's a little bit difficult here is the fact that you doubted yourself for a little while. You're doubting your intuition. But man, where you're going, the luxury, abundance, happiness, overflowing happiness, and alignment with your destiny is all showing up for you in August. It's super beautiful. So again, like the other signs, like the vision I had in the beginning where, you know, with the fish and you get caught up in the current, the minute that you let go of this self-doubt, the minute that you let go of this, whatever emotions you have to this thing you had to walk away from, that's why you're reflecting in your recent past, because you're reflecting and going, damn, this thing that I've been through, how does it fit into my life and who I am? How did it make me who I am? And what am I going to make it mean for me? Right? And you deal with that, you deal with those emotions, and then you let it go. And you do make meaning out of it. You do allow it to, you are able to incorporate it into your sense of self. You don't have to let go and go like, okay, God, it doesn't make sense. Where do I go? What do I do from, now? You do make sense of it. And then you choose to focus on the future and move forward. And the minute you do that, you get caught up in that beautiful current, and life just takes you to fast and swiftly and unexpectedly to everywhere you wanted to go to make your dreams come true. So this abundance, this happiness, this opulence, okay? Super beautiful. What is the animal totem for Cancer? Okay, so for your animal totem, I got nightingale, fearless voice, speech, communication, or song. The song of the nightingale is otherworldly. This simple brown bird, almost unnoticeable among the flashy plumage of other birds, transports its listener into the realm of poetry. Nightingale energy is with us when we write, compose, and especially when we sing. It reminds us that music heals the deepest wounds. This card indicates a need to open the bridge between the heart and the voice. Is there something you need to say? How long has it been since you sang? Turn it up, write it down, and let it out. Beautiful. So self-expression, Cancer. Remember this little bit of energy of doubt, this Empress energy, this new beginning that you're birthing, that you're stepping into. Allow yourself to express, allow yourself to sing, allow yourself to dance. It said, strengthen the connection between the heart and the voice. So don't be afraid to speak what you know. Your only challenge was this Mother of Cups, which is about expressing yourself emotionally. And they're both birds. Don't be afraid to sing. Don't be afraid to speak. Don't be afraid to say what you need to say, Cancer, because although you already have abundance, and although you're headed for opulence, abundance, and the fulfillment of your dreams, it's going to just be so much sweeter for yourself and other people if you can allow yourself to open up and let out your creativity, because what you have to say is beautiful, it matters, and it's important, and your happiness contributes to the happiness and well-being of everyone else. Okay? It's a beautiful month for you, Cancer. I love you guys so much. If you enjoyed these readings, if you found value in them, please like, share, subscribe. It really helps me out. If you would like to purchase a personal reading or energy healing, I do energy healings using not only, energy work, and we use the chakra system, we use the astrological systems, but we also tap into your biology, your neurobiology, using things like parts work, internal family systems, neurobiological healing, music. We do all kinds of I have all kinds of different tools at our disposal for healing sessions. So if you're stuck in an area of life, if you'd simply like to look into your limiting beliefs, what's stopping you, if you have patterns that keep popping up in your life, if you have generational patterns that you recognize, I can help with that. It's my honor to help with that, in fact. So if you'd like to purchase a personal reading or look into my energy healings, I have listed that on my website. My socials are down there too. Please check out my Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. There's some fun stuff on there. And I love you guys. I will see you in September.